Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, our Thanksgiving coverage continues with a good one here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. 87 yards, the official distance on the kickoff return. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drilled up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dangerous? Right, it might add a touch a little bit. Right, grease board, head, computer, exactly what you want, though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Trying for Sanders, but this is intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator, asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott. And he comes back with one complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got us a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down. The Cowboys at 4-6 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Second down at 7. The first carry now for Tony Pollard, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On third down, it's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition is so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Prescott off play action. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
A first down throw for Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 15. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. (10-0) the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
6 yards left on second down.
Let's go lead. Back 60.
Throwing is Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll leave them with a 3rd and just a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Sanders. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that. Off that, they're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really They've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Neville Gallimore in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an all-day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
And still in the first half here, a long way to go. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they're on the board at least here. It's now 17-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they can come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Play action now, Prescott. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Final play of the half, Prescott. That's complete to John Ross. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Running right, here's Sanders. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
on 2nd and 13. Hurts. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 33.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 in the Dallas first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott eluding the pressure right. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And what in the world? Not sure if he just heard a whistle there or what, but for some reason he spiked the football. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's caught by Sanders. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 36 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Hurts will throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Cowboy 1st down there. Prescott to Gallup.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up Big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take-that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Prescott now. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles 16. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Hurts. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
On the jump.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Finding Watkins. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
18-11.
On first down, Hurts. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this